Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to Rishi Academy. In this video, I want to discuss formatted input and output operations, or we can say formatted input-output functions. Operations or functions, anything. So let's look at what is formatted input function, formatted output function. The formatted input-output functions. The formatted input function is used to read the value from the keyboard. The formatted output function is used to print the value on the screen. Here, what type of value you are going to read from the keyboard? Do you want to read integer value? Do you want to read float value? Do you want to read character value? Do you want to read string value? And where you want to store? At the same time, where you want to display on the screen? What is the position of the output to be displayed? Now, how many spaces are required between two outputs? And what is the width of the floating point number? So these are the things we discuss in this topic by using formatted input and output functions. In C language, the formatted input function is scanf and formatted output function is printf. Scanf is used to read the value from the keyboard, and printf is used to read the printf is used to print the value on the screen. Look at the screen. I want to share. The first one I want to discuss here, scanf function. What is scanf? Scanf is an input function. Its definition is stored in stdio.h header file. Scanf is an input function. Its definition is stored in stdio.h header file, which is used to read the value from the keyboard. It may be character or integer or float or double or string. So what is the general syntax? The general syntax here is format specifier, comma, var1, comma, var2, and so on, varn. So here of every variable starts with the ampersand symbol. The ampersand specifies the address of the variable. Here, the general syntax consists of two instructions. The first instruction here is format specifier. The format specifier consists of character conversion, or we can say conversion character. The conversion character may be %C for character, %D for integer, %F for float, %LF for double, %S for string. Conversion character. So the first instruction is format specifier. The format specifier says what type of value the scanf should read from the keyboard. The second category consists of n number of variables with ampersand symbol. So here the first one, ampersand var1. The ampersand gives the address of the variable 1. Here var1, var2 are the variables. Ampersand var1 specifies the address of the first variable. Ampersand var2 specifies the address of the second variable. So that second instruction, this is the second instruction, tells where gives the address of the variable where the value will be stored. Right? The first instruction says what type of value the scanner should read from the keyboard. And whatever the value read from the keyboard should be stored at the specified address. The first instruction says type of value. The second instruction says the location of the value to be stored. One example, look at this. I want to give one example, scanf. I want to read one integer number, one float number. So to read integer number, you need to write %d space. I want to read float number %f. Then put the double quotation, then comma. Then I want to store the first integer number in a variable A, and I want to store the second value, float value, in a variable f. Then put the semicolon. Right? This statement tells the compiler to read two numbers. One is integer number. This is the first instruction. The first instruction tells the compiler that to read two numbers. One is integer, another is float. And it also tells the compiler to store the integer number at the address of A variable and second number at the address of B variable. This is about scanf. The scanf is used to read the value from the keyboard. It consists of two instructions. The first instruction says what type of value the scanf has to read from the keyboard. And that whatever the value read from the keyboard, the second instruction says where to store. It specifies the address of the variable where the value will be stored. So in this example, the first number is integer, second number is float, and first number will be stored at the address of A, and second value will be stored at the address of B variable. Right? This is about the scanf function. The second one, I want to explain printf. Printf is the formatted output function. Its definition also stored in stdio.h, standard input output h header file. It also consists of two instructions. One is format specifier, comma variable 1, comma variable 2, and so on, variable n. Then put semicolon here. Here the format specifier. The format specifier may be a simple string, a string, or conversion character, such as %, %c, %d, etc. And third one, escape characters. Escape character constants such as /n, comma /t. Right? So the format specifier consists of three components. The three components may be a simple string, user-defined string, a simple string, and conversion character, %c for character, %d for integer, and escape characters /n, /t. What is the use of /t here? The /t is used for tab, one word space, and /n is used for line break. So the format specifier consists of three components. A simple string, a simple message. For example, I want to write a message a value equal to, this is a string, right? User defined string. I want to display as it is on the screen. This is a string, user defined string. And conversion character, what type of value you want to display? I want to display integer value. For that, you need to write %d. What is the use of /n, /t, /n for line break, and /t for tab, one word space. So the printf function is used to print the value on the screen. It also consists of the width of the floating point number, and the width of the length of the integer number or characters. Length, for example, I want to give the length as 10. So 10 blocks will be reserved. 10 blocks will be reserved. 10 places will be reserved. If I write the length as 5, 5 places will be reserved. Right? This is about printf function. Let's look at the example. Yes, look at this. Here I declared a variable a of type integer. Its value is 10. I declared a variable b of type float. Its value is 12.456988. Right? One variable of type integer, another variable is of float. Now, here, look at the printf function here. I said printf function consists of two instructions. The first instruction here is this one. The first instruction is this one. In this, what it says, I wrote the string here. The string here is b value equal to, from year to year. This is the user defined string. This string will be displayed as it is. The second one is conversion character. What is the conversion character here? The conversion character is %f. Right? In that I wrote 2.4. The width of the floating point number is 2.4. Means 2 digits. First put the dot here, 2 digit, 2 places before the decimal point, and 4 places after decimal point. Total how many digits? Total 6 digits. The number should contain total 6 digits, 2 digits before the decimal point, 4 digits after decimal point. That is the width of the floating point number. The second category, look at this. I wrote the a value is the string. A value is the string. %d. %d. It is the conversion character. And I wrote 10 here. The length 10. A is the integer number. So 10 in 10. I wrote 10 here. It creates 10 places. It occupies 10 places. 10 places. But it required the value of a is 10 only. The value of a is 10. So it occupies only 2 places, right? So the remaining 8 places are empty. The remaining 8 places are empty. It creates 10 places, but the actual value of a is 10. It occupies only 2 places. So it creates total 10 places. 2 places are occupied by the value of the a. So this is about the printf statement. Just look at the output of the program. To execute this program, go to execute menu, select compile. No errors. Again, go to execute, then select run. Yes, here b value equal to 12.4570. Total 6 digits, 2 digits before decimal point, 4 digits after decimal point, right? And a value I wrote 10 places. I requested 10 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 8 places here. 8 places are empty. And 9th place and 10th place are occupied by digit 190. This is called as formatting the output. This is called as formatting the output. So this is about formatted input and output function. So if you want to add here the scanf function, instead of writing here, you can directly read the value here. So I want to read the value here. Printf enter one integer and one float number. /n, I want to give a line break. Then put semicolon, then use the scanf function. Scanf function is used to read the value. What is the first value you want to read? I want to read integer number, space, %d, f. So I want to read two numbers. So where you want to store the first value? I want to store the first value at the address of A variable and second value at the address of B variable, right? So %d here indicate read the first number as integer, second number as float. The first number will be stored at address of A, the second value will be stored at address of B. Again, go to execute menu, compile it, then run the program. Yes, look at the output. Enter one integer and one float number. I want to enter the same numbers. 10, enter, next 12.45678. Right, this is the number, any number, enter it. So look at the output. So here in the output, printf function I gave 2.4. 2.4 I gave 2.4. 2.4 means total how many digits? Total 6 digits. Two digits before the decimal point, 4 digits after decimal point. Right? So this 8 and 9 will not be displayed. Right? How many? So it is rounded to the next number, 2 places. The 8 is rounded to the next number. So 4, 5, 6, 8, 4 digits. And I gave the length as 10 places. So here the 8 places are empty and the last 2 places are occupied by the number 1 and 0. Right? This is about formatting input and output functions. I think it is clear to each and everyone. Thank you everyone for watching my channel. I request each and everyone to subscribe my channel. See you in the next video. Bye everyone.